Despite the unprecedented economic crisis, the Great Depression didn't stop car enthusiasts from pursuing car design excellence. The fourth decade of the 20th century didn't bring just iconic car models, it brought so many technological novelties and design solutions that set the foundation for the modern car design we know today. From the groundbreaking Tatra 77 to the timeless design of the Mercedes-Benz 770, we present to you our list of the 10 most iconic cars during the Great Depression. The Model J is easily one of the most iconic cars produced during the Great Depression. It represented a perfect synergy of luxury, performance, and craftsmanship. It was one of the most luxurious American cars back in the day, characterized by an impressive straight-8 engine with dual overhead camshafts and 4 valves per cylinder. Mechanically, it was one of the most advanced cars of its time, with an impressive max output of 265 horsepower and a top speed that goes way over 100 miles per hour. Besides engineering excellence and ultimate performance, the Duesenberg Model J was also famous for its bespoke nature. There were so many options to customize, whether it was about the body style or interior features. It was a natural choice for wealthy clientele of all profiles, including not just celebrities and business magnates, but also European royalty. With its exceptional engineering and super high level of luxury, the Model J remains one of the most legendary models of the era, earning a place in history as a symbol of luxury and technological prowess. Logically, it's also a highly desirable model among collectors and car enthusiasts. It may not be as glorious as the Model T, but the Model 18, which was later renamed to the Model 40, is arguably one of the most iconic Ford models ever made, and definitely one of the icons of the Great Depression. The most distinctive feature was definitely the engine. That V8 unit introduced the flathead design to the mainstream market, and considering the fact that most rivals featured no more than 4 cylinders, this Ford was way ahead of the competition in terms of horsepower and torque. Impressive speed and acceleration made this car a highly desirable item among car enthusiasts on a budget. Despite the strong performance, this was still an affordable car. Moreover, it was also quite reliable, so commercial success was inevitable, especially if we consider that the car was offered in various body styles, including coupes and convertibles. The Model 18 brought V8 power to the masses and set the path for all those iconic muscle cars that marked the post-war era. The original Chevrolet Suburban debuted back in 1935 as a truck-based utilitarian vehicle designed primarily for commercial use, for carrying passengers and cargo. It was powered by a robust inline-6 engine, and its sturdy construction made it a reliable choice among commercial buyers. But the greatness of the original Suburban doesn't lay in its technical specification. No, it's about the base design approach, as this was probably the first SUV ever built. Moreover, it has stood the test of time so well that the nameplate is still in use almost 90 years later. The first-generation Suburban set a foundation that eventually evolved into an iconic full-size SUV, famous for its spaciousness, capability, and adaptability. And during all these decades, it remained a vehicle with the ability to seamlessly transition between various roles, from a family vehicle to a commercial workhorse to an adventure companion. Inspired by European sports cars, the Chrysler Airflow offered a groundbreaking and innovative design significantly different from what American car makers were offering back in the day. The focus was on aerodynamics, so instead of a boxy and upright design, the Airflow brought a streamlined aerodynamic shape that was really ahead of its time, with reduced drag and improved fuel efficiency. Besides gorgeous aesthetics, Chrysler brought all kinds of innovative technical solutions, starting from the lightweight all-steel body construction and front-mounted engine, which ensured much better weight distribution. But despite the advanced design, the Chrysler Airflow didn't become a commercial success. The car faced resistance as consumers weren't ready to accept such an unconventional, futuristically designed car. So, the real value of this car lies in the fact that it left a lasting impact on automotive design and engineering. Its pioneering aerodynamics design and other technological innovations set a precedent for future car development. Over time, most of its design features became an integral part of shaping the design of modern automobiles. Just like the Rolls Royce models of today, the Rolls Royce Phantom III presented the pinnacle of luxury and engineering excellence back in the 1930s. The Phantom III arrived in 1936 as a successor to the Phantom II, and one of its most amazing features was the remarkable 7.3-liter V12 engine with plenty of power and unparalleled smoothness. With an overhead valve design and aluminum cylinder heads, this one was definitely one of the most advanced engines of its time. Of course, the level of craftsmanship and luxury features was exquisite. Each unit was hand-built and tailored to the specific desires of customers. The finest materials and bespoke fittings were a common thing in this model. This was a symbol of prestige and exclusivity, so it doesn't surprise that the main clientele were aristocrats, dignitaries, and celebrities. To put it all in a single sentence, the Phantom III was a combination of engineering prowess, luxurious appointments, and unparalleled comfort, which made it an icon of opulence and sophistication from the pre-war era. By the 1930s, Bugatti was already an established carmaker, famous for impressive performance and engineering excellence. But this model brought something more. It succeeded the Type 49 and brought a level of luxury never seen in a Bugatti before. Also worth mentioning is that the Type 57 was offered in various body styles, including Grand Tours, coach-built versions, and many more. Under the hood, there was an engineering masterpiece, a 3.3-liter inline-8 engine with an advanced overhead camshaft design with a maximum output of 135 to 200 horsepower, depending on the version. Things like performance and handling were combined with luxury in such a nice fashion, but what really set this model apart was design. Beautifully sculpted lines were in perfect correlation with the model's luxury and performance. With such a timeless design and strong performance, the Type 57 remains a highly desirable collector's model today. Younger generations usually don't know much about Tatra, but the Czech manufacturer was one of the industry leaders in the pre-World War II era, and this model was particularly important despite its not being a great commercial success. The reason why Tatra 77 is so high on the list is its revolutionary design, with so many groundbreaking technical solutions, starting from the sleek, streamlined body. This was the first mass-produced car to emphasize aerodynamics. Things were as impressive under the skid, with the air-cooled V8 engine that was placed behind the rear axle, improving weight distribution and traction, while allowing for a more spacious and aerodynamic body. Another impressive piece of engineering was the suspension setup, which ensured superior handling and comfort compared to many contemporary cars. The Tatra 77 was a significant milestone in the automotive industry, a car that showcased innovation and foresight in design and engineering that was well ahead of its era. Despite the short production, which lasted from 1936 to 1939, the 8C2900 earned its place in automotive history not just as one of the icons of its time, but as one of the most legendary cars ever. As the name suggests, it was powered by a 2.9-liter inline-8 engine, a power plant that was incredibly advanced for its time. Depending on the configuration, the max output was between 180 and 220 horsepower, but this car was much more than raw power. It was light, with impressive handling, so it doesn't surprise that the top speed was over 110 miles per hour, enough to be one of the fastest cars of its era. The car was even better in corners, so its achievements on the racetrack came naturally. Races were won in pretty much every prestigious event, including the famous Mille Miglia. At the same time, this was a luxurious road car, characterized by elegant coachwork and one of the most dynamic exterior designs of the era. That impeccable blend of performance, style, and luxury as well as the fact that there aren't many living examples left, made this Alfa Romeo one of the most sought-after and valuable classic cars in the world. Also known as the Große Mercedes, the Mercedes-Benz 770 was a state-of-the-art luxury car back in the day. Produced for nearly 14 years, it represents a testament to automotive luxury and engineering prowess. Famous for its opulence, craftsmanship, and association with prominent figures, the 770 was the brand's flagship model during this era. Lavish interiors and high-end technology were some of its main strengths, along with a variety of body styles on offer, including sedans, limousines, cabriolets, etc. Then there was the engine, the massive 7.7-liter inline-8, characterized by remarkable power and smooth perfection, which carried this massive body with style. That combination of power and refinement with meticulously handcrafted bodywork, along with the aforementioned lavish interiors and luxurious appointments, made the 770 a natural choice for the upper class, royalty, dignitaries, heads of state, and the elite in general. This wasn't just a luxurious technological masterpiece, it was also a commercially pretty successful model despite the Great Depression and the subsequent World War II. And the first place goes to one of the most iconic cars of all time, to the one and only Volkswagen Beetle. Introduced in 1938, the Beetle technically belongs to the Great Depression era, even though production lasted for a full 65 years. Yeah, you heard us well. The production finally ended in 2003, so it's no surprise that this is one of the best-selling cars of all time, with more than 21 million units sold through all these years. But what's more important in the context of the Great Depression is the fact that this car was designed with the economic crisis in mind. It was designed for the masses in Germany, but thanks to its unique design, as well as the fact that it was sturdy, reliable, and accessible, it became a global phenomenon, not just in the automotive universe, but a pop culture icon as well. What do you think of our list? Let us know in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.